On today's episode, ladies, let's not drug your man with Rhino XL 3000. Don't sleep with your cousin. Those are not just myths. And BBLs might look the part, but are they worth the money? On Advice Unfiltered. What's up, everybody? We want to welcome you to Advice Unfiltered with Tony Rodriguez. Don't leave me hanging, bro.
Oh, never. Never, bro. Never.
And Chris David.
It's fucking Tuesday.
And who do we got in the house, Tony? Tell him.
Hey, all right. So first off, our resident fact checker is in the house today, Jen Alpha. What's going on there, sir?
Sup?
What's going on?
Buy
I'm
the merch.
taking over for Tyler since he's not here.
Yes,
There you go.
Tyler has been banned. And we'll talk
He's on
about it in a minute.
sabbatical.
Well, he's on sabbatical right
He's on
now.
sabbatical right now.
So, so in a very interesting way, he is out of the house. We got our sound engineer for the shared universe. He hasn't been here in a while. What's going on, man? We haven't seen you.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
All right.
So good to see you guys.
Oh, God, it's fucking Tuesday. Love it. It's the highlight of the day. Everything else sucks.
Highlight of the fucking week. What are you talking about? Tuesday's the highlight of your week. If you didn't know, now you do.
Now you know.
Now you know.
That Cameo voice, baby.
Yeah, bro. How about that Cameo voice, huh?
It's a beautiful thing,
Fucking
man.
beautiful thing. I want to thank everybody, by the way, who has joined me on Cameo, who has sponsored me on Cameo, who's got a message from me. That's pretty amazing. Who would have thought, man, that so many people would I'd brighten their day up just by saying, happy birthday. So
Let me help you out. I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, and my oldest son did. My oldest son, Isaiah, was all over me about that, man. He's like, Dave, for months, he was like, Dad, you need to get on Cameo. I'm like, nobody was hearing me talk.
Well, that's like us being on here sometimes. People are like, oh, you got a podcast? They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you tell them how many people listen and follow, and they go,
Yeah.
it works. You're like, oh, yeah, so I guess it does.
It does work.
So, as always, we thank you guys for showing up. We are on episode 23.
23. No, is it?
Yes, 23.
23?
23.
God, we're old.
Bro, we're getting almost to the half. I did the math today. Not that it's a lot of hard math, but we're getting, I know, it's like
I did the math
counting.
today. We were at 23.
I'm like, it's not hard, but we're almost halfway through 52 episodes to the year. It'll be great.
That's amazing.
I know. Time blinks as we go by. So we apologize for being late. But hey, look, it's just because timing got messed up a little bit. But as always, if you are
We're
joining
here.
us, we're behind the scenes. So if you see a lot of green screens and wonder what the hell is going on, this is what happens behind the scenes. You get to join us live. So a lot of you have answered, put in questions, which we're going to answer. Some of you will be able to see your questions. So
Yeah, that's the best part is you guys are the show.
it's your show.
It's your show.
Absolutely.
You guys ready the questions? We get to answer them. We get to tell your story. We get to have a good time, some laughs, some knowledge.
It's going to be a tough episode to follow 22.
Fuck that. We're going to get better every fucking time.
Every
What
day.
the fuck you talking about? 22 is nothing.
So
Watch 23. Right now.
yes, right now. We live in the present.
Now.
We don't live in the past.
Yeah.
And then yes, look, you actually, you guys can't see it, but we can see a monitor for ourselves. You got a tan too.
Me.
You got a little
filter.
bro. You got a little Puerto Rican on you.
I got a little Puerto Rican.
You
I got
do.
a little Latino. Hello.
Hey.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Yes.
Nah.
Hola, con pollo.
Mucho bien. That's it. That's how far the Spanish goes. We're done.
That's it.
All right,
That's
that's
our shout out to Latin America.
There you go.
All right. So, as always, a couple things just we're going to clean up. First off, the merch store is open.
The merch store is open?
Yes, the merch store is open.
Hold on. Wait. What did you say?
The merch store is open.
Avery, did you hear that? What's open?
Merch.
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 I think we all heard merch.
Merch.
Merch?
Merch.
Merch.
Merch?
All right. So,
We're a pack of seagulls. Just say merch.
merch.
There's your next ad.
There it is.
There's the next ad, bro.
Merch.
Good call, kid. I like that.
like
There's
it.
the next ad.
By the way, I will make that into AI.
will.
Pigeons on the Jersey beach going, merch?
Yeah.
Merch?
Merch. It's got to be seagulls.
Right, hey, write that down.
Write that down.
It's got to be
That's your
seagulls.
job.
Good call.
Seagulls.
So, first, just so everybody knows, I didn't know this. We're new to this game. We made the merch store, which is great. I see people starting to make orders. I did not know the merch store I created, my fault, sorry all you guys, was just available in the United States. So what I did is I contacted a company. I know I'm a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit, bro.
I contacted a company, and they are building us a Shopify store. So you'll be able to order anywhere in the world. And not only merch, we'll be able to do stuff like the shot glasses, the journals,
That's
all
pretty
kinds.
cool.
Yeah, so actually it worked
Condoms.
out. Yes.
Yeah, condoms.
Hey, the glow.
Glow in the dark condoms.
Oh, by the way,
Now you see me, now you don't.
I was successful. I made the glow. I made the glow in the dark condom ad.
Did you?
Oh, it's awesome.
For the ad?
Oh, it's
I
awesome.
love it.
The guy's got the guy pulls out his wallet.
The pickle ad was
It
amazing.
glows in the dark, and then all of a sudden the lights go out.
Here's the best part, too. Not only are you guys part of the show, but if we pick your question, 9 times out of 10, you'll be part of our commercial.
Oh my God, I love it. It's so great. It's so great. So so outside that, also a reminder, our sultry voice over here is number 15 in the world on fucking Cameo.
I was number 15.
Oh,
I was. I'm done. I am in the top 50, though.
Bro,
I am
there's so
top
many.
50.
It's the fact that there's so many people on there,
Yeah.
and you're in the top 50 in
Dude,
what, 3
I'm
weeks?
higher than Nick Foley, Josh Gates, Chuck Norris. That's all I'm saying.
That's hey,
Chuck Norris. Like
Chuck,
the moment I saw I was higher than Chuck Norris, I'm like, that's it. My life's over. I'm
my
good.
life is over.
I've beaten Chuck Norris. That's what I'm saying. Right, who can say that?
Nobody.
Right, I go home. Like who can say that? Chuck, I beat you in Cameo. Not that you need to do Cameo because you have money, but I'm just saying.
Chuck, you're awesome. We love you,
Yeah.
but so if you haven't,
It's just gonna be really strange.
Right, dude.
The end of the movie is,
Right.
And he beat Chuck.
It beat Chuck
Norris.
Norris. Walk away to
Are you-
sunset. Walk away to sunset. Dog comes right up next to me. Freaking.
I'm all over these ads. I actually create. You don't know this because we haven't seen it in a while. I created an ad where Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee are in the warehouse in those outfits they fought in.
Oh, it was great.
And they're sitting on a box listening to Advice Unfiltered together.
Yeah, it's great. He did one with the Predator too, and Arnold
The Predator,
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it was great. So good.
I did one with Sex in the City. Said listen with friends. I'm getting good.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so if you haven't checked out Cameo, please, when you get a chance, check out Cameo. Chris is murdering on Cameo.
Yeah, if you want a birthday wish, you want a motivation. You know what I really
How do they
love?
find you? How do they just so they know?
So they go to Cameo and put in Team David 72. You know, it's the same as my Instagram, it's Team David 72. So you can go to Cameo and just type in Team David 72, and you'll be able to find me. Or I have the link all over my post lately. But you can check it out. But yeah, so what's really great about it, because everybody, come on, let's all think the same thing. Like, when they put me on it, like I decided to go on it, I was like, man, these people are just gonna have me do perverted questions and answers and stuff the whole time, right? But they haven't. It's all been great stuff. Like everything's been like a motivational thing to help somebody out and to motivate somebody to go to the gym. There's been a lot of great stories of people actually listening to our podcast and actually changing their lives.
I have some
You know what I mean?
good. I have some
so,
good updates for you.
So it's been pretty amazing. So thank you to everybody who's been joining me on Cameo, and thank you for everybody who's been supporting me on Cameo. It's been a lot of fun. I'm very honored. I'm very grateful for the whole thing.
Yeah, so shout out to Cameo. We appreciate it. Also,
How great are those ads, huh?
I
Those ads
told
are
you,
so
man.
great, right?
yeah, I'm good.
Amazing.
Is that amazing?
Bro, I've been marketing for 25 years, and then the company I work for was like, here's a budget. Go sign up for whatever AI you need. So I have them all.
Yeah.
So and it's not as easy as people think, but yesterday was my first day I figured out that I don't usually use Grok or whatever it is too often on Twitter or X or whatever they call it now. But because it's Elon, he has very few restrictions on what you can create. And now that's taken my ads to a whole nother level. So wait till this week.
Here's the Elon Musk.
Cheers to Starlink.
Cheers to Starlink.
And so Cameo's awesome. And just as an update, so I found out yesterday that Thursday ends the voting for America's favorite couple to move on to the next round. They're only taking the top 20 people. My wife actually leaned into me and she goes, well, we tried. I go, it's fine. I go, what are we? She's like, we're third. I'm like, oh, okay, well, cool. I don't know how many hundreds of people are in there. And I got a message today that said, you are in the top 20. And if you stay there by Thursday, you are on to the final round. So,
Very cool, bro. Keep voting.
yes.
Keep voting for Tony and his wife.
So I really appreciate.
You're in
Yeah.
the competition?
Yeah.
Are you?
Are you? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So thanks everyone who votes, who knows
Love
what'll come
that.
out of it. So
Love that.
yeah, our whole crew is on
I
there.
love it.
Avery's on there too. He's in for America's favorite couple.
Yeah.
So yes, and then outside that, we did poll of the day, and it was a lot of T-shirt ideas. I'm going to be honest, and then this is kind of just what I'm going to say. I didn't pick any of them.
Really?
No,
Why?
I won't do it. They weren't good enough.
They weren't good enough.
I'm not saying people didn't give good ideas.
What are you guys doing?
But I'm just saying, you guys, everyone out there, you need to step up your game.
Step your game up.
A little bit more.
Step your game up.
I mean, we can
We
do
want
the.
good shirt cuts. What are you looking for? Shirt ideas?
We need someone gives us a great shirt idea.
We'll put it on a shirt.
We're gonna put it, and I'm gonna order it and give it to you for free. So to go in the merch store, you'll get credit for it. I'll put it in the description that you did it.
So it's gotta be better than my one. Listen, it's gotta be better than my one-liners.
Yes, a lot of people did the did the one-liners, and it's like no.
It's gotta be better than mine.
Step it up.
Yeah,
It's
give me better than
Advice
mine.
Unfiltered.
And let's admit it. Who's the best at the one-liners?
You are the man at
Fucking
one-liners.
man at one-liners.
There's
So,
no doubt about it.
Listen, step it up.
I wish I could. I sometimes sit here and I'm like, I should just be writing these down.
Oh yeah, that's what we get the kids here for. That's what the kids are supposed to be doing. The kids are supposed to be writing it down.
And so that's what's going on. And so as we get into questions and some updates and shout outs of the day, our news of the day, here it is. Whoa, Diddy.
Oh no,
Diddy gets off. Well,
that's our news of the day.
Diddy's been getting off. But people wrote in questions to us. So I made it the news of the day. Have you guys ever seen or been part of a freak off?
No. No. Why would Diddy? He didn't know who I am. Why the fuck would he invite me? Why would I go?
No, not a Diddy freak off.
Oh.
No, we're not. I mean, no way.
No.
I mean, we're nowhere near that exclusive club. But they were just saying,
Thank
have we
God.
ever been to like
Thank God.
a crazy party like that? No, not with 9 tons of baby oil.
No.
I was the masked person with a whip in a dominatrix house party. That was fun. So my buddy.
Again, feel better about me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Tony's always going to make me feel better about me.
My buddy owned an S&M club, and it was for couples, and it was his house. He converted it into like all the rooms had stuff, and he tasked me. So I wore a little face mask, and I had my own room, and nothing was weirder than in the middle spanking people. Someone goes, Tony?
That's fucking amazing.
And I would just go, shut up and turn around. So
Shut up and turn around.
shut up and
Do
turn
it.
around.
Do it.
But there was no baby oil and weird shit going on. So,
That's so funny.
but
No, I've never been to a freak off.
no.
Have I seen some freaky things? Yes.
Yes.
Have I been to a freak off? No.
Have you ever got cornered into a random orgy?
That's a good question.
I have one time.
I don't think so.
That was weird.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've been in a room
Where shit's gone down.
where shit's going down, and I had shit going down too with somebody else, and then there was like 2 other people had shit going down with theirs, but nobody was like looking at each other. Nobody was like checking each other out. Nobody was like, "Hey, high five." You know what I mean? Everyone's kind of just busy doing their own thing.
Yeah, I had a bar guest tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Do you want to do my wife after I do her?" And I was like, "This is the strangest shit ever. I
Yeah,
have to leave."
no, I'd have to go.
Yeah, there was lots of.
I'd be like, "Sorry, I'm not sloppy and I'm not second."
I'm like, I can't like see you tomorrow, and then like.
No,
yeah.
they did that.
Yeah, it's this weird.
Like, is she making us both breakfast?
she making us sandwiches, both of us.
Is she sending me home with a dinner pack or you?
No. So, but outside that, we got some cool. You said it. We got some good shout outs of the day. So,
Yes.
actually, these are really good.
Yes.
Sin Walker sends the first one, and I thought I'm very excited for this one. To be honest with you, me and you talked about your favorite client you have right now that you appreciate the most. Well, maybe I don't say favorite, but your favorite one that's out there that's working her ass off. Her name is
Angela.
All right. So Sin Walker wrote in, I would like to thank you so much for the positive reinforcements you guys gave for acknowledging her achievements. This woman follows you and follows Angela's story. She has a daughter that is really struggling with her own weight. She's about 100 plus pounds overweight. She wishes that her daughter had more people like the two of you who gave the same support and encouragement. I love her as a mother, but it really breaks my heart when she goes to the gym and people laugh and make comments at her when she's trying to work out.
Well, you tell her to get,
Tell those people to go fuck themselves.
tell those people to go fuck themselves.
Yes, but I want to tell you two, thank you so much. It's so encouraging that she shared the podcast and she's sharing Angela's story with her daughter.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's making a huge difference.
That's awesome.
So shout out to Angela.
Yeah, so that's what, listen, you can ask Angela. When I met Angela 7 months ago, I met her 7 months ago. There was another trainer, Melissa Trainer, who was a phenomenal trainer too, and a good Pilates instructor. She was training with Melissa, and I met her in the elevator, and I literally told her, I said to her, I'm really proud of you, for coming to the gym. It takes a lot of courage. You know what I mean? And I said, here's the biggest thing. You have to remember, is everybody here for the same reason? Nobody here should be judging you. Nobody's going to say anything, but I'll tell you right now, if you stick to it, if you truly stick to this, and you stay consistent with it, not only will you change your life, 100% change your life for the better and have a healthier and more, better life. But you're going to change the lives of thousands because you're going to make a real difference. People are going to look at you and ask you how you did it, and they're going to be inspired by you. And that's just proof right there.
Yes.
It's just proof right there that's exactly what I was talking about. There's America's one of the biggest obese countries in the world, right? So if we can, when you have anybody that's going to do the work and be the example, it's great to have that. You know what I mean? So shout out to Angela. That's great that your daughter's. Listen, you tell your daughter she can come to my gym. If anybody says shit, I'll punch him in the face. I told Angela the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I will. Like Angela. Like when I first started training Angela was like a little nervous. Because a lot of my clients are in shape, right? But I've been training them for a while. You know what I mean? And that's why they're in shape. And she was nervous. She was like, you don't really train anybody like me. And I told her, I said, man, listen, if anybody says anything at all, man, I'll punch them and walk out of this gym with my head up high. I'll quit right there. I don't care. Freaking, I truly believe in what she's doing. I believe in what your daughter's doing. Tell her to keep doing it. Fuck everybody else. Because when she hits her goals, man, they're all going to wish they were her.
Yeah. And first of all, if you're in the gym, 95% of you aren't in fucking shape anyways.
No.
You're there to get in shape.
Yep.
You're there to hit your goals.
Yep.
So nobody should be mimicking
Judging
or making anybody.
No. Unless
Yeah.
you're doing some really weird shit, then
Well, then we judge you.
then we judge you.
By the way, I finally saw the guy you guys were talking about. It dawned
you
on
saw
me.
him?
With all the crazy, random,
He does some weird shit. But listen, again,
Hey.
super nice guy.
whatever he wants,
Puts his equipment away. Doesn't hurt nobody. Weird shit.
Bro, he had the tracksuit on. He had all the gear on.
Scarf, the whole nine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to your point, puts his stuff away, does his little corner, does his thing.
He drives 2 Maybachs. He can do whatever the fuck he
He
wants.
does what the fuck he
He
wants.
does what the fuck he wants. He drives 2 Maybachs. You got 2 Maybachs. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
If I had
don't
2
care.
Maybachs, I would come in a tracksuit too.
Right,
and
with
just
the
do
scarf
whatever I
on
want
and-
to.
Right. Have my cologne and my bag of candy and my little rave thing going on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Also, another shout out coming out from South Africa. Siska, I recently discovered your podcast. I love you guys. When I listen to you at work, I've got a cleaning business. I have spent so many hours alone, but your podcast has been a lifesaver. I've laughed so many times. By the way, I love Connie's questions too. I don't have a question. I just want to say I bloody love you guys. If you ever do a South African tour, let me know.
We're
going to
tour
there.
the fucking world.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We're going to take this show on the road. Thanks to you guys.
You've been saying it forever.
I've been saying it. I know it. I know it's going to happen. So we're going to take this show on the road. We're going to do public meet and greets where you can ask us questions right there. We can do the whole thing live. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. It's definitely a thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And our last update is Hannah. She is a regular. She's been part of the show since day one. She's from Amsterdam. Today she sent me the list. She is at 1,989,000 steps since we launched the podcast. She started at 220 pounds and she is down 50 pounds in 22 weeks.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
So shout out to our listener who's down 50 pounds while they walk and listen to us answer crazy questions. So
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I think that's the best thing about the show. Like, we're not only entertaining, right? But we're actually making a difference. You know what I
we
mean?
are.
Like, people are actually making a difference. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty cool.
After episode 22, by the way, I think because we have a good amount of new listeners, we're now YouTube partners. The Spotify's taken off. I told you we've crossed 20,000 streams. We've crossed, it's just nuts how much you guys support us and like us and share everything, which is great. But now the questions, just people are writing in going, now I feel comfortable. I trust you guys. And then it's like,
Now it's scary.
Here's what I want to know.
Remember we were talking about opening that door?
We opened
the door. We opened the door.
So, but I appreciate it.
Please
all right.
come walking right in.
That's it. We're here for it. So,
Yes.
Jay from New Jersey is going to start us off today. How do you guys feel about weight loss drugs, knowing there is no long-term side effects that we know of? My question is, all my friends are on it and I'm struggling. Do you think what's worse, being overweight by 100 pounds or trying a weight loss drug where you don't know the long-term side effects?
So I don't know because I'll be honest, I'm not a doctor, right?
Not medical doctors?
Not medical doctors.
Purely advice, purely entertainment.
Purely entertainment. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not, I can't tell you what the long-term effects of it are because it really hasn't been around that long, right?
Yeah.
Now I do see bits and pieces of people telling me how they've lost, more than just fat, right? They've lost muscle mass. They've had heart
Oh, yeah.
issues. They've had, circulatory system issues. So again, I'm a firm believer if you're going to do anything that doesn't hurt anybody else, but it's going to make you better, then do it. You know what I mean? Like if it's not going to hurt anybody, you're not going to freaking, be addicted. It's not going to hurt you, like be something that be detrimental to your health in long term. Like I guess go ahead and try it, but again, I'm going to be a big advocate for like the right way to lose weight is to do it right. Like it goes back to anything, right? Like anything that's worth doing. This is what my dad told me, anything worth doing and worth having is worth doing it right. Right. So if you really are looking at longevity and you're really looking at gaining muscle mass, and you're looking at being healthy for long term, right? Then the right thing to do is to change your habits and create new ones. That's the best advice I can give you. I mean, yes, there's shortcuts, right? There's shortcuts to everything. You can take steroids to get muscles. You can take Ozempic to lose weight. You can, do this, do that, do this and that, whatever. Freaking, there's always a shortcut. But in God's honest truth, the best reward is it's like reading a book. Like when you read a book from the first page to the end, it's fulfilling, right? So if you actually do the work, to actually get in shape and get healthy and eat right, the long-term effects of that are always positive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always a good outlook on that, right? So I can tell you honestly that from a fitness standpoint, that if you do the work and you work out consistently and you eat right, the long-term effects of that are always positive. As far as the other stuff goes, it's still up in the air.
Yeah, here's the way I look at it. I think if you really are going to go Ozempic, semaglutide, whatever you want to do, here's the way I look at it. First of all, do whatever you want. But if you do it right, and this is the problem with people, there's no fucking shortcuts. You still have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You have to lift weights. They tell you if you don't lift weights, you're going to lose all your muscle mass. And then by the time you get off of it, you're a flabbier version of yourself, just less. You have less muscle mass. So do I think it's okay if you're using it as a jump start to get into the gym and maybe help you control cravings? That's fine. But you can't be on it for life, and you got to.
And it really depends on your fitness level.
Yeah, you got to develop better habits. That's the key to everything.
Yeah. You really got. It really comes down to self-discipline.
Yeah, I have family member.
Yeah.
I have a immediate family member who spent $1,200 a month, went on it for 6 months, came back to me and told me it doesn't work. I said, "You go to the gym?" She said, "No." I said, "You change your diet?" She said, "No." I said, "Did you change your eating habit?" She goes, "No, I thought you're just supposed to take and lose weight." I go, "That's the problem with people. It's not a miracle."
Yeah, you still got to do work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different than people take steroids. Like, I get steroids to get muscles. You still have to go to the gym.
Gotta go to the gym.
You still have to work out. You still have to eat right. You still have to. You can take steroids. You're not going to get anywhere unless you work out. You know what I mean? You still have to do it. So you're just taking a shortcut to, a short-term result.
Isn't that the craziest thing that people think? Like, if you take steroids, you must get huge. You're like, no, you still have to go.
You still have to go to the gym.
The gym.
No, you still have to work out. It doesn't work that way. It's not like putting on a T-shirt.
Yeah. So, all right, Gary from Florida.
What's up, Gary from Florida?
It's a very interesting question, Gary.
Yeah.
What does being in shape mean? I know everyone has a slightly different meaning, but if someone was to ask you guys, are you in shape? How do you consider what's in shape for you guys?
So I'll tell you right now, this is what I tell everybody, and this is what I tell my clients, right? So the word fitness itself, right? And the word, moving is moving your body weight without exertion, right? So if I want to run up the steps, I can run up the steps. If I want to do a pull-up, I can do a pull-up. If I can do a push-up, I can do a push-up. It's being able to, the one thing you carry 100% of the day, every day, is your body weight. So to me, the word fitness itself means that you should be able to move your body weight for minutes at a time, long periods at a time, without feeling tired, right? So I don't care if you can bench 500 pounds. You can bench 500 pounds, but if you can't run up 3 flights of steps, then you failed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can deadlift 800 pounds, but you can't walk on the treadmill for a mile. You failed. You know what I mean? Yeah, it looks great on paper. Seeing all those numbers look great on paper, but what's the one thing you carry every day? You carry you. And if you can't move your body weight in any form or fashion that you want to for, short periods of time or even long periods of time, then you failed at fitness. That's what fitness means to me. Like I said, it means everything's different for people, but for me, it means being able to move your body weight, and not have an exertion behind it. You should be fit like that at any age.
Yeah. I always look at it. I mean, if someone it was funny. I actually went to a function this week. And there was a lot of people around, and people became shirtless. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm doing really well for my age. But it's funny that you say that because we've never talked about it. It's exactly if like Chris was to ask me, do I think I'm in shape? My answer is what you would say. I always say, outside of just being strong in the gym, that's okay. Can I put on a pair of sneakers? This is for me. Can I put on a pair of sneakers and go run 5 miles and not feel like I'm going to die? Like, I want to be able to have cardio. I want to be able to play basketball. I want to be able to move. I want some flexibility. My definition of shape for me personally is much broader than do I have big muscles and go to the gym.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in the gym, and you know this, that are huge, that I watch them try to walk up a flight of stairs and I think they're going to die. So
No, somebody just wrote on here and said they're fat, but they walk a lot. They can walk a lot of miles. Does that mean they're in shape? Again, you missed what I said there.
yeah.
I said move your body in any direction, right? So I should be able to do a pull-up. I should be able to do a push-up. I should be able to go run up a hill. I should be able to move my body in any way, form, or fashion I want to without feeling exertion. It means even getting up off the ground. Like, I should be able to get off the ground easy. I shouldn't be like, oh, God, this is freaking hard. You know what I mean? Or literally, here's another thing. Here's another thing you could try to see if you're fit, right? Put your shoe on 1 foot. As you hold your foot up in the air, put your shoe on. Balance with 1 foot in the air. Put the shoe on and see if you can do it without falling over.
Do you know that I read, and this is a true statement, that they track your longevity to if you can stand on one foot for
yeah.
like more than 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that's so, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
real
true.
thing that
Yeah.
I read.
Yeah.
And of course, after I read it, I was in my bedroom like this.
Of course, I did the same thing. Did the same fucking thing. Look, everyone wants to do it right now.
Yeah,
Look, everyone
it's
wants to
like,
do it.
it's like how you can stand there with your 1 foot out.
Here,
No, you got to put your foot out. Yeah, like that. And if you can do that comfortably with no problems on both feet, then they consider you like you can live a long life. It's so weird, random. Well, that's like this one. They tell you you'll know if you're on a mental decline when you wake up, if you can't do this, if you can't touch all your fingers without touching them, then something's wrong mentally in your brain because the hardwiring's starting to go bad.
Wait, if you can't touch them, what?
So like if you go like, alternating fingers,
Yeah.
but if you start to miss your fingers, it's the first sign that the hardwiring in your brain's going
Oh,
bad.
great.
It's something weird. It messes you up when you read that fact.
Or you're stoned.
I wake up and
Everybody that's stoned and drunk right now is going, oh
I
my
know.
God, what is I doing?
fucking Advice Unfiltered.
Hey, how many people are standing on 1 foot right now? That's what I want to know. How many people are standing on 1 foot
Yeah.
trying to put a shoe on?
Yes.
Yeah. You know you're doing it, Jamie.
Yeah. So, but look, the reality of it is like I did, I tell you this, like I do races quite often. So this year I'm doing another modified triathlon. I'm 3 for 3. I've won my age bracket every year. I will fucking win again. There's no doubt. But when I first started training years ago, the guy I worked with was what most people consider overweight. And body shape was just kind of, rotund.
Mm-hmm.
My man could run a marathon, could bike 100 miles, and could do everything.
Oh, dude, I
Crush
used
me.
to do martial arts with this guy, Steve Walt. Steve, if you ever hear this, I just know I'm talking about you. Good guy. Freaking police officer. Good guy. But anyway, he was shaped like a Buddha. Like a straight up Buddha. And he'd kick over your head.
That's amazing.
Like standing there, like straight up would kick right over your fucking head and be able to kick over your head and do and then literally as he does that, spin in the air and do like a spinning back heel kick, freaking like it was nothing, like he was a lightweight, dude. It was crazy. And again, fitness. I'm not saying fitness is a physical look.
Yeah.
It's not. It's about how you feel and how you can move your body without exertion, right? So doing simple multitasks again. Getting up off the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going up a flight of steps, like doing a pull-up, doing a push-up. Things like that you can test your fitness on. Balancing on 1 foot. You know what I mean? Those are things that count, right?
Yeah.
Touching your fingers, sure.
Sure, whatever.
Whatever.
But if there's our point to all of you out there was, it's not just like the aesthetics of what it is.
No.
A lot goes into you determining what's fit, and each of us have different ideas of what's fit for us.
Yes.
So.
And fitness starts from the inside out.
Oh, for sure.
Right? It starts on the inside out. So you could be on the outside, maybe not look as fit as you should be, and be a fucking monster at everything you do. You know what I mean? And just be amazing. I've seen it happen.
Yeah. So, Barbara from Colorado. All right.
I love Colorado. What's up, Colorado?
All right, Barbara. My husband.
Oh boy, here we go. He started laughing.
My husband often talks about post-nut clarity. We are talking, and he is thinking
Post-nut clarity.
when he, when we are talking and he's thinking about sex, I can see him tuned out. I give him a quickie or give him some quick head, and I swear to God, he gets focused right away. But he always tells me it's because after he gets laid or a quick blowjob, there's post-nut clarity. Can I ask you guys, is he lying or is this a real thing?
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It's a real fucking thing.
It is.
It's a real
Isn't
thing.
it? Isn't it?
Absolutely 100% a real thing.
Bro, isn't it so crazy like how your mind goes back to almost like a baseline?
Animal.
It's crazy.
Animal state. Fuck yeah. A perfect example. I had this Great Dane, white, freaking half blind. Excuse me. He calm, slept all day. That's what he would do. He would sleep. He freaking, my female Great Dane goes in the heat. He lost his fucking shit. Drool, whining, crying. I tied him up with a horse lead, which is like that thick.
Yeah.
I tied him up with a horse lead. I went to go put the other dog in the crate. Literally, by the time I got to the crate, which is only from like here to the door, which is maybe like 15 feet,
15
right?
feet, yeah.
Forget it. I go to put the dog in the crate. He's already on the crate. Like he bit the fucking lead right in half. And this dog was old. And this dog literally slept all the time. But when he smelt it, he went crazy. So men are the same thing.
Oh,
We lose our fucking mind.
Barbara, there's no way for a guy to describe to you how your brain goes from wherever it's at to almost a clear baseline of being like, oh, now I can
What
make
the fuck did I just do?
I can make some well, that too, right? Hey, what am I doing?
Fuck am I gonna
like
do?
the guy with the ankle monitor, he was
Yeah.
like, I hit it.
I hit it. Yeah, and I guarantee the whole way home he's going,
Like, why? Fuck. Why did I do it?
yeah, no.
No, it's true. I was dating somebody that used to say that to me all the time. They could see I would tune out.
I told my oldest son, I'm like, listen, man, you want to see you really like her? Bust 2 nuts and then see if you still want to talk to her.
It's a great, by the way, that's a great piece of advice.
It is.
Yeah, go get rid of something.
Go get rid of it,
And then go hang out.
and then see if you want to hang out.
Yeah. That's probably, now see, like that could be a great t-shirt.
What?
Bust 2 nuts and see if I like you.
I love that.
I love it.
I love that.
Or I'm going to go back on this one. So, yeah, see, you see what even you know.
Strike 2 and see if I like you.
Yeah, it's a great
Like
piece
that.
of
Like that.
advice.
Strike 2 and see if I still like you. Like that.
I'm going to make it for next show.
Strike 2, see if I still like you.
That's a good one. All right. Cheryl P. It's been really
What's up,
hard.
Cheryl?
It's been really hard to find a true man. I find myself
Easier to
doing
find a
home
fake man.
improvements. I lift more. I'm doing housework. I'm both mentally and physically strong, and I'm on my journey to find someone. But it's really hard to find a manly man. Is there any places I can find a true and authentic man in general? I've done the apps. They suck. I'm in the bar scene, not good. I'm in Arizona. Any just advice for a woman trying to find where I could find a real guy?
Good luck. Yeah, it's a tough one. Figuring the society we live in right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is just I mean, you obviously sound like you can do home improvement. You're handy. I mean, I don't know where you can go to maybe do those chores or activities or go to a Home Depot and do a class. We're out there. I mean, we're here.
I mean, we're not available, but we're here.
It breaks my heart because like people will come to my, well, first of all, it doesn't break my heart. It gives me a little bit of pride. People will come to my house and they'll be like, oh, you built all that shit? And I'm like, yeah. Like, why would I? Oh, you changed your wife's tire? Yeah. Why would I make her? Like the things that people ask me blow my mind.
Well, yeah, if we can, they killed, listen, it's not our fault. They killed the male identity. You know what I mean? If we can, when you have a whole society that's raised by women and there's no father figure, or the father figure has been told that he can't be a father or he can't be a man, like, what do you expect to happen?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's really sad. Like someone asked me, like, well, what happens if you don't know how to do it? I said, it's really simple. I YouTube it and I figure that shit out. And then if I can't do it, then I get it. I'll find someone to do it. But I'll never ask my wife to do it, ever. Like, my mom used to be married to an asshole. And I only say that because I almost wanted to fucking choke him one time. He's lucky I didn't. He bought groceries. I watched him because I was at the house. He bought groceries. He walks in the house and goes and sits on the couch. And he goes, you can go get those. And my mom, without thinking, walks out the door and goes and gets the groceries. And I didn't say nothing. You know, you don't say nothing because you're like, okay. I just went out and helped her. And then when I was done, I was like, hey, Why did you do that? And well, he walked in from the car. He could have brought a
Could
bag.
bought something.
Could have brought something. She goes, well, he bought them.
Yeah, that
the fuck?
was the old mindset. Freaking, I can see that. Freaking, that was an old mindset. You know.
Bring up, you're
But
walking
no,
in.
I agree. Like men, you can be men. Like it's okay to be men. That's why. Listen, that's why me and Tony do what I do. That's why I'm a big advocate for men being men. Like there's no such thing as a toxic masculinity if the man is a man and does it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's okay for him to open a door. It's okay for him to know how to fix things. It's okay for him to know how to fight. It's okay for him to freaking stand up for shit. It's okay for him to have a voice. You know, it's okay for him to freaking know how to fix your goddamn car.
Yeah.
Like, these are all things that, like, you know, as much as my stepdad might have been an asshole to me, you know, freaking growing up and been really hard on me, he, you know, because of him, I know how to fix a car. I know how to build a house. I know how to defend myself. I know how to freaking, like, I'm not, you know, as hard as he was on me, I'm a man because of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Freaking, so, like, you know, it's boys need a father figure. That's why I'm here. Avery, what do you think about that? Do kids need father figures? Let's hear from a 10-year-old.
Let's hear it.
Yes. Father figures shape the kids in their future, and if their father figure is good, they shape them well. If it's not a good father figure, they may shape them wrong.
Well, that's why I
Bravo.
bet. Yeah. And for you guys who don't know,
For all the mothers out there, pick good father figures with your kids.
yeah.
If you have kids,
Yeah.
pick good
Wait.
father figures.
This is where you just take the mic and you drop that, bro. Don't.
Avery just left.
That was
No,
amazing.
but you guys asked.
That was amazing.
For you guys who want to know why I banned Tyler, Tyler left the podcast early
10,
one day
bro.
to go meet a girl.
10.
Anybody else would have been like, oh, cool, he's going to meet a girl. I sat him down, told him he's banned from the podcast. He said,
Yeah.
why? I said, because a real man is dedicated to his job,
Yep.
whether he gets rewards or not. You do that shit until you see it completed, and if you're not doing it, then you fucking quit. And now he's banned. And look, I get it. My wife's like a little harsh. I go, no, he's got to learn a fucking lesson.
Yeah.
You got to do shit no matter what happens. When you don't need an instant reward. Do shit long enough where everyone else drops off, and then you earn your reward.
Yep.
You get to earn the right to be here.
Yeah, there's something about earning it all, right?
Yeah. Now I'll bring him back because I love him, but
Yeah.
he needs to learn.
No, he needs to learn, right?
So,
Well, you know, here's the thing. Like, freaking, we were creating a big thing, you know, a nice thing. We're doing amazing work here. But this has been 9 years in the making, you know, for me, freaking, to get to this point. You know what I mean? Freaking, this wasn't no quick trip. Everybody, I've seen people on social media. Dude, I had people on social media today. They were like, oh, this guy's rich. Oh, this guy's had it easy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, buy my fucking book and see how fucking easy I had it. You know, freaking, we were talking about earlier, you know, freaking, even thought 9 years ago when I was eating saltines, stale saltines
Yeah.
from underneath my car because my seat in my car because I had nothing else to eat to where I am today. Yeah, so people should take it seriously. You know what I mean? If you can, because this is good shit. This doesn't come easy.
yeah, I love that quote when people say, people will judge you on the decisions you make, but they don't see the options you had. And, you know, if you realize how much we've had to come to get here, this isn't, you know, people ask me all the time because your following is like massive, right? Yeah. And people be like, oh, you know, it's this. And I go, that motherfucker's worked on that following every single day
Every
for
day.
years. He just earned it when the rest of you fell off and wouldn't be willing to do it or, oh, you shouldn't do that or that's cringe. No, Chris fucking stuck to his guns and now he has something the rest of you don't. So I love it. I always laugh at people like, oh, look, you're like, you must, but no, the motherfucker works every day for that shit.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. And everyone else quits.
Yeah. No, I figured, that, you know, back to what Avery said, though, that was spot on, kid. Yeah, I figured that was spot on.
Yeah.
Mothers pick good fathers.
Well, I mean,
Right?
me and you
Right.
could have.
We could
have picked better.
we said we all right.
That sounds fine.
Could have picked better, too.
Erica P. Erica P is a regular. Erica P. Erica P is definitely one of these people that saw episode 22 and then decided, oh,
Let it rip.
let it rip.
Let it rip.
By the way, this is no doubt my favorite question of the episode. Not because of, well, partially because of what the question is, but because this is a real life question. This is exactly what happens when people hang out for the 4th of July. Erica P asked, hey guys, hope your 4th was a good one. After a couple of drinks, or should I say a lot of drinks, a bunch of us women got to the topic of men and blowjobs. I was surprised at how many of them are for it, but when it comes to swallowing, most say hell no. They tell their men to come somewhere else and have control. And I love having control of when he does and how he unloads and where. Of course,
amazing.
I got the ew, you're a weirdo. But the way I see it, it has to be both ways. If If I give you head, you got to eat that kitty. Anyway, what
Mi
are, your,
casa, su casa.
what are your thoughts on the swallowing part of a blowjob? Is it necessary? And is it a trade-off if you're doing 50-50? So look, first off, Erica's asked, the reason Erica's asked some regularly normal questions.
And is that her box?
And then she got
Oops.
to episode 22 and was like, oh.
We're gonna let it fly.
All right, so fuck it. When I was in college, I used to think it was a big deal whether you did or didn't swallow. You get older, don't give a shit. Actually, it's more fun that you don't.
Really?
Ow, fucking.
How'd that go? Wait, how'd that go?
Squirt, squirt, walk in.
Oh, it's too funny. He's like, I'll shower you instead.
Do you care? No, do you care, though?
No.
No. That was a weak no.
Yeah, no, it's not like a
It's like a badge of honor at this point.
it's not like a deal breaker. You know? I do appreciate it though.
Do you?
I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate somebody that follows through.
Follows through. I knew that.
Follows through on their job. Appreciate that.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew pew. You know what I mean?
I remember in college, I dated someone who hated doing it, and then I would just make her swallow just because I'm an asshole. And then I would get older, and I'm like, I'm just happy to get a blowjob.
No.
I don't care where it goes.
Just happy to get a blowjob.
I don't care.
Just happy it happens.
It's like, how do you want to end it? However you would like to. I'm just here for the middle
I'm just
part.
here for the fun. Just here for the fun, making the memories.
Oh, God. All right. So, Erica P., I appreciate that question for you.
Yeah, Eric, thanks for jumping out of your box.
Way to jumping right out of your box, into your box, whatever
Into your
comes.
box.
All right. The funny thing is, on my question list, this is the next question that follows. Do you care if someone swallows? Mary G. From Greece. Love you guys from Greece.
Yeah, love you guys from Greece. You guys are big followers of mine. Love that.
What is your biggest fear for your kids in life? It's like the follow-up.
Biggest fear for my kids in life.
So what do you fear for your kids in life?
I don't fear anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't fear anything, man, because I question things sometimes because I worry freaking that a lot of similarities of my growing up are unfortunately similar to somebody else, and but the difference is that he has me, right? So he has me. So I'm here to guide him in the right direction. So no, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid for my kids to do anything because I truly believe my kids have a good heart, and I think me being in their lives is going to be such a good example that they're going to be amazing. My only fear is that they're going to get their heart broken, and you know what I mean. Like that's my only fear. It will happen. It's going to happen. They're going to get their heart broken. Some tramp out there is going to hurt my kids, but
soulless
whore. Whoever's going to do it, I hate you already. You leave my Avery alone.
Oh.
He's an angel.
He's an angel.
He's an angel. And my son Isaiah, he's an angel. But anyway, no, it's going to happen. So, but I'll be here, right? I'll be here. And I think it's why I don't really have any fear about anything that's going to happen with my kids, because I think as long as I'm here, and even the time that I am here, God forbid if something happens, that we have such a strong bond, and I've made such a positive impact on their lives, that they're going to break it through anything. I mean, they're going to be strong enough to handle through anything because they're David. They're my kids.
Yeah, I think the fear, I actually had this for like a minute, but to your point, I reminded myself, you can only do what you can do as a father and raise a good kid.
No.
He's at that age now where, and this makes us sound old, where we go to bed and he's still out.
Oh, I know.
And that like...
Dude, my 10-year-old's still up playing video games. I'm like, out. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm passed out.
So this is the age now where he's out with his friends. Like now his curfew's later, but me and my wife, I got work, so we go to bed. So it's that weird thing at like I'm going to bed and then I'm like, do I just go to sleep or do I now wait till he gets home? And then I actually had this conversation. I'm like, I've raised him like as good as I can. So I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And if he needs me, he can call me. But outside that, that's a great point. Like if you raise them right,
Yeah, if you raise me, you don't even worry about it.
and you're there for
You know what I
them, they should be good. So
Did you want to chime in on that, Avery? I saw you grab the mic. You want to chime in?
you want to chime in?
Jet Alpha?
This is completely out of context for this, what you guys were talking
It
about.
wasn't go back to the other thing, is it?
No, hope not.
No.
No, I'm talking about
Thank God.
that one everyday I'm hustling sign falls like every episode.
I'll just, you know what I'll do? That's a good.
It
I'll
falls
just,
like
I'll
every
double
single
tape it.
episode.
Yeah, we'll tape it. We'll back it.
You know why? You know why it falls? Because
I feel
every
like-
time you hustle and you fall down, you got.
Because every day we're hustling,
You gotta get-
hustling.
you gotta
Where's
get
that
back
song?
up.
We're
It's
playing
just
that song right now.
It's
Every-
reoccurring.
Yep, every day we're hustling.
I just saw a funny meme where the woman caught the boyfriend with a Grinder account, and she's like, "You got Grinder," which is like the gay Tinder, and he goes, "I thought it was for hustlers." He goes, "I downloaded it, it was chasing the bag."
That's so funny.
All right, so Marissa from Tucson, Arizona.
What's up, Tucson, Arizona?
All right, I was in downward dog on the carpet. He got rug burn on his knees, and my face
Terrible.
was.
I hate when that happens.
That's the worst,
It's
right?
the worst, bro, because you don't even know what's happening until you're done, and then you got to move your leg, and you're like, oh.
But
burns.
here's even worse. He got rug burn on his knees. My face was tilted on the side, and most of my eyebrow wore off.
That's fucking amazing.
She's got one eyebrow.
That's fucking amazing.
That'd be
So she's like this,
and the friction just wore her
or
eyebrow off.
her eyebrow off.
Have you guys ever injured yourself during sex?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
For sure.
The Charlie horse is the one that throws me for a loop because I've had that where the hamstring locks up and the toe or the foot cramps. Oh, that's like the
That is
kill.
worse.
Oh, it hurts so bad. And there's
Now, I
nothing you can do.
had a girl. We're up partying, doing whatever. We sneak off into this room, me and her. She's all excited. She jumps in the bed. I'm all excited. We jump in the bed. She bends. I'm on my knees. She bends down and starts like doing her thing with her mouth. And then I'm like, and I'm watching her, right? So I'm watching this thing happen. And all of a sudden she flies up
Oh, hit
like
you in the
this,
face.
dude, and flies back onto the bed.
Oh,
Dude, fucking nails me square in the nose. Dude, I fly back. I'm like, oh. Tears are going. I got a bloody nose.
oh.
Fuck me. I was like, yeah, I still did it, but my nose is all fucked up. I still went through with it.
You're just crying. You're like, I'll be okay.
I'll be okay. You take that. Nose is all bleeding. Man, it was great. It was an emotional time.
Connie, what's going on? It's emotional time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hurts so good.
Yeah.
Connie, some normal questions from Connie. Kudos to you,
Connie's
Connie.
got some normal questions?
Connie went normal on it this week, which is, hey,
Yes.
kudos to you, Connie.
Yes.
What makes you, actually, the reason I'm interested in this question, because she asked it, but I want to phrase it a little different. What makes you feel respected, and how do you want to be loved? Now,
What's the question now?
So what makes you feel respected as a man?
Mm-hmm.
And not in a sexual way, but how do you want to be loved? The reason I found this question interesting, Connie, is because my answer to your question is what you asked the first time. I want to be loved by being respected as the man in the relationship. Supported, respected, no drama. Like, I want that out of a relationship. That's how I want to be loved, because I want to give that same back. I think a lot of guys are in relationships, and I'm not saying they do or don't deserve it, or they're not respected. And, that sucks. I've watched good guys, married friends of mine, be doing something and their wives berate the shit out of them for the stupidest things. And it's like, did that demeaning way they talk to him because he's a guy, that eats at your soul after a while. And I'm sorry, like, and I know their relationship's good, and I know that's a good guy, but you don't need to, especially when you disrespect your man in public. That's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I've been there, done that.
That's the worst. But yeah.
No, if you can, I think, loving and respecting your man should be the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So, like, treat others how you should want to be treated.
Yeah.
I'm a big firm believer. I try my damnedest not to swear or to call people names when I'm fighting with them. I think the moment you start calling each other names is you start losing respect from each other little by little, and the arguments always get more aggressive. I think the best way to always show love and respect, just on a human basis, is to always take that time to back the fuck up,
Yeah.
breathe, and remind yourself that this is not your enemy. You fell in love with this person at one time, and I think being supportive in their dreams and their ambitions. I think there's a lot. I think men get lost, especially men, get lost in that happy wife, happy life thing, right? Where everything's about making her happy, and then they don't do anything for themselves. And it should be 50-50. Like it really should be. Like it should be, you should be supporting your man and what he wants to do to make himself better as an individual and as a husband and as your boyfriend or whatever, as he supports you, to be that strong, woman in whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It should be 50-50. There should be no breaking down each other. I think respect starts with kind words.
Yeah. I read my dad's wife said something to me one time, and I've seen it as a meme now, and it was a relationship should be 100-100. You may not be able to give a true 100% of yourself. Maybe you're sick, maybe you're down, but that's when your partner gives 100 to pick you up. So maybe he's given 90 and you're given 10, but then maybe at one point you're given 90 and he's given 10. But in Matthew McConaughey, you can't leave your partner behind. You may be running, they may be walking, but you got to stick together. And you got to give all you got. You can't half-ass it. If you want it to work, right? If you really want it to work.
I think a lot of times, man, like a guy will say something like he wants to do something. Like say, he wants to go chase this job adventure or he wants to try some new hobby. And a lot of times I've seen women be like, oh, that's stupid. And the first thing they do is they knock it. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, oh, you should try it. You know what I mean? Be like, just be like, hey, try it out. Because I know for me, anytime I've dated somebody and they were like, oh, I think I'm going to try this, I always support it. I don't be like, oh, that's stupid. I don't think you could do that. You're waste. You know what I mean? Like, again, it comes back to kind words, right? The proper words. Words are powerful. Listen, there's a quote that says, we call it spelling for a reason, because words put a spell on people and words have power, So I think a lot of times if you sit back and speak kindly and be supportive and not always voice your opinion because you feel like you need to be right about something. I think
you have to be right.
I think it goes a long way.
And by the way, I saw the questions come in. Look, we're talking about making a relationship work. If you're with a partner that doesn't want to do those things, then no matter what advice we give you,
it's not going to matter.
The best advice is to find a new partner where these things exist, right?
Yeah.
That the whole point of that is like that's what I want to find in a person, and because I know that if it's not there, then I respect myself to move on. So,
yeah.
Jonas from LA asks,
what's up, LA?
Is it possible to be in love and still feel completely alone?
Is it possible to feel in love and still completely alone? Well, yeah. I mean, if you're loving somebody who's not loving you back, absolutely 100%, right? If you can, and again, that question, if you're saying that you're in love with somebody and they are treating you right and you are there, but you still feel alone, then the problem is you're not loving right and you're not loving yourself. That's why you feel alone. So here's a quote. If you love yourself as if you love somebody else, then you're never truly alone because you always have you, right? So if you're looking for happiness in somebody else and you're looking for fulfillment in somebody else, you're going to fail every fucking time. You got to find fulfillment in yourself, find a love in yourself, and that right person will come up to you. And then you guys grow together, but if you're looking for that, for somebody to fill something for you, it's never going to happen. You got to do it yourself.
Yeah. There's no better advice than what you just said. If you're not loving you, then you're always going to feel alone, right?
Yeah. You're always going to feel alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So especially if the person's there. So, and then you're putting a responsibility on somebody that they don't deserve.
You got to love you before you can love somebody.
Exactly. You gotta love you before you love somebody, right? So but if you're trying to put your happiness in somebody else and be like, oh well, Tony, you're not making me happy. You know what I mean? That's not Tony's job. Like it's not. Tony's job is not to fulfill me or make me happy. Tony's job is to be my co-host, right? So if we can you go into your partner, the person you're married to or dating with, and be like, oh, you're not fulfilling me. I don't feel loved. I don't feel, those are all things that you have to look inside yourself and find that in yourself, right? And then everything else goes on from there. It all starts inside.
Yeah. Jorge from Brooklyn.
What's up, Brooklyn?
All right.
How you doing,
What is your guy's go-to outfit in the gym when you want people to know you're dialed in? I think about this now. It's a summer. There's a certain outfit I know that if I'm going to run into somebody I want to see, it's my particular gym outfit. Chris, being a fitness trainer, and people more than anybody in a gym, do people go to the gym sometimes in the outfit they feel the best in? So do people have like a best outfit, Jim?
I wear a banana hammock.
It is true.
I
That's
wear a banana hammock.
when he's dialed in.
When I'm dialed in and I'm ready to let people know.
You're like,
I'm ready to go.
only on Tuesdays.
Yellow banana hammock on Tuesdays. Yellow. Make sure everybody.
We wear matching.
And the whole time I'm like, here.
We wear, every Tuesday we wear matching banana hammocks.
Matching banana hammocks. No, do people have outfits? Yeah, I see people wear outfits all the time. Like, it's definitely a fashion show at the gym sometimes. You know what I mean? And that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Like, listen, if you feel good and you want to work out on it, go for it. Fuck it 100%.
It's funny that I now, because we're there all the time,
Mm-hmm.
I know people by their outfits. I can tell, like, I can spot a person out and be like, they wear the same outfit, but just a different version, color of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just people you just recognize now, and you're like, and I'm sure people do it to me. They're probably like, camo shorts, black top. Oh, that's Tony 90% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's only so many outfits I have, but yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, so here's my job.
You're in the work.
I'm working. So like, I'm at the gym and you see me in my work gym clothes. I don't get to make a fashion statement.
Oh, you'll love this, by the way. Linda from New Jersey.
What's up, Linda from New Jersey?
I'm not really Linda, but I know you got.
Linda, I just took that back.
But I know you guys from the gym. I watched both of you.
Wait.
Yes.
Someone that knows us?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not really Linda, but I know you guys from the gym. I watch both of you, so just so you know, you have a stalker. But in all seriousness,
that makes me feel safe.
I know.
I feel so much better about all this, Linda.
Chris,
Who's
I
not
almost
Linda.
stabbed you in the elevator. No.
Yeah, right? Like, fucking Linda, who's not Linda, who's stalking us. Thanks.
But in all seriousness,
kidding.
I got a gym membership at Lifetime by dating a guy right now that goes there. I don't like him and he sucks.
Oh, my God.
I don't like him and he sucks in bed. However, it's worth the gym membership and he pays for it. I will definitely get through the summer. But have you guys ever dated someone just for the perks, or is that just more of a woman thing? For I hope, Linda, whoever you are, please come up to us and tell us this week when you see us. I want to know.
I don't want to know.
I want to know.
I don't want to know.
Because I want to know who you are, because he'll find out. He'll know who you're dating. I won't. But you know, that's
Linda, you're a bad person. Linda, who's not Linda, getting me involved in all this. That's just crazy.
Great.
No, it's great. I think I don't know. I hear different stories, right? So I know there's men out there that do it too, that will use perks of somebody else. I'm not that man.
No,
I can't do that, man. I just can't. I'd rather struggle and do everything on my own, man, and have that for me than somebody act like I owe them something. You know what I mean? That's just not my thing.
I'll work out in my garage before I have to fuck someone I don't like and don't want to be around. Like,
yeah, I'm not sleeping with somebody I'm not attracted to.
No.
And I'm not fucking, especially not for a gym membership.
No.
Yeah.
That's look, and I always look at like the weird dynamic.
I mean, it is a nice gym, Linda.
It's a beautiful gym.
It's a beautiful gym.
I mean, just saying.
Just saying.
I mean,
and it is expensive.
I get where you're coming from.
I get where you're coming from. It's got a lot of perks, you know?
But not, I mean.
It's so funny.
I get the reason why younger women date really old rich men and vice versa, and I get all that stuff.
Does he know? Like, does he know this? Like,
no, he doesn't.
He doesn't know any of this, right?
Doesn't know any of it.
All right.
I don't understand though how someone consistently can sleep with someone they are not attracted to. That just blows my mind because I couldn't. Like, I could do it on a drunk night, but like consistently
do it.
No way.
Just keep going. I got a headache.
I can't, like...
Linda's got a headache, but she wants to go to the gym.
Linda, please come up to us, please. Or me. Chris doesn't want it. Come up to wherever you are.
I know exactly this is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to be trading somebody. Somebody's going to look over at me and smile, and I'm like, oh my God.
That's fucking
Linda. That's Linda. That's not Linda. Man.
You're going to be walking by me, and I'm going to point someone and go,
Linda. Just so you know, everybody's not Linda.
Yes, we're going to try to figure it out. So,
too funny.
Zach from Pittsburgh.
What's up, Pittsburgh?
I've had a Prince Albert now for a while.
Oh, why?
I know, right?
Why?
Long enough to know I can't be surprising people with it anymore. It never goes well.
No.
So now I have to let them know ahead of time. How do you guys feel about piercings? The weird ones, dick, vaginas, tongues. Have you guys ever had a piercing? And how do you feel about this stuff?
I had my ears pierced. I had my tongue pierced. I
had your tongue pierced?
I had my eyebrows pierced. Yeah, at one time I had my eyebrow pierced. And then I was at a party, and this guy that came in was like 6'7" and like 300 pounds, and he was all whacked out on drugs. And somebody made a joke about a cop. and he lost his shit, and he grabbed this kid, poor Sean. This kid, dude, he was like this emo kid, wanted her to fly, probably vegan, I don't know. But he had his lip pierced, and he looked at this dude, and he's like, "Oh, it's funny about the cops, blah blah blah." And the guy like looked at him and goes, "You're a fucking cop," and grabbed him by his neck and literally ripped out his lip piercing. Oh, like lipped it and split his lip. And I went right in the bathroom. No lie, dude. I went right in the bathroom. I took it all out.
Oh,
I was like, nobody's ever doing that to me, ever. As far as Prince Albert goes, if you don't know what the Prince Albert is, the Prince Albert is when somebody sticks a freaking rod through their penis.
Right through the tip.
Yeah.
And don't they
Would
hook
I
it
ever
back
do that
to
to
their,
my penis? No.
They hook it back to their balls, don't they?
No, it's just a barbell.
Is that just what it is?
It's just a barbell.
I always thought it goes back.
Nah, it's just a barbell that goes through your cock.
Oh, it doesn't even.
Because it's just a barbell that goes through your cock, like a tongue piercing or a fucking, like, yeah. So, no. Why? Because my cock's never done anything to me and make me want to drive a rod through it.
No. Can't we find, like, some cool condom
Now,
sleeve or something?
I've seen girls with their nipples pierced and clits pierced and all that stuff. Whatever, that's fine. You do your thing. You know what I mean? Dimples, the whole night. Listen, whatever you're into, that's fine. I think the weird ones are the ones that get their tongue split.
Oh, that's a weird one.
That's a weird one. And
Yeah.
and when they get their gauge in their ears too freaking big.
Oh,
Like,
that's
come
like
on, man. Like, what are we doing here? We're not in a tribe somewhere. What are you doing? Like, freaking, you're not putting a plate in your ear. You know, this isn't this. Nobody in the tribe is getting you. You know, freaking, just stop it.
Yeah.
You know.
I went to get my tongue pierced in college. My mom called me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm about to go get my tongue pierced." And she's like, "Why?"
No.
And I go, "Oh," and I'm trying to make all these excuses. And she goes, "If you walk in my house with your tongue pierced, so I have to think about the fact you did that so you could eat some pussy," she's like, "You can't come home." And I was like, and my mom, I was like, for you guys to know, my mom is a little bit of a lunatic.
No,
In a good way.
I got my tongue pierced in San Diego.
Yeah, man, what else is it for?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's what it's for.
It's so stupid.
It's fine.
So dumb. Like,
it was
who
a big
fucking
thing,
does that?
though.
It was a huge thing back
It's a
then.
huge thing.
Huge thing.
Yeah, it was a big thing. So, let's see. Where'd you go?
No way. Somebody said if you removed the Prince Albert after a long time, you piss out of 2 holes. No.
That's crazy.
That's terrible. You constantly make a mess. You're not invited over my house. You're not fucking getting pissed over my house.
Oh my God, that's
crazy.
I would have thought it healed, but that's a weird one.
That's yeah.
All right, Nina from Austin, Texas.
No. What, Texas?
Yeah, so we got Texas. I laugh when everyone says we're always attracted to the wrong person and the wrong type in our lives. If you guys had a choice, would you date someone who's in shape but crazy and fucked in the head, or soft and not in shape but super nice and thoughtful without the headache issues?
They're all crazy. Sorry. Doesn't matter what they look like. Doesn't matter what shape they're in. You're all crazy.
Oh, I can't do crazy.
No.
Sorry.
They're all crazy.
I can't. There's no way. I'm done with that. I've checked that box too many times.
Yeah. No, if you can, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, here's the fucked up part. In the beginning of a relationship, when you first meet someone, crazy is fun. Like, they're just like, wow, that's awesome. This person really did it. And then when you move in with them, crazy.
Somebody wrote crazy is the best sex, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crazy.
Stop judging
I get
me.
it. I get it.
Stop judging.
Crazy's fucking. If you could take crazy and just put it in the right places in a relationship, it'd be awesome.
Yeah. No.
So, Sierra from Sacramento.
What's up, Sacramento?
Me and my man love the podcast. Thanks
Love
so
it.
much. We've
Thank you.
listened together. We're into all kinds of fun stuff. I have a story I thought you guys would find hilarious. We decided after listening to an episode to try some more fun stuff and expand our relationship.
That's awesome.
Awesome. The other day,
They used a pickle, didn't they?
we tried the remote wireless insertable vibrator in public.
Oh, that's cool. I always thought that was fun.
I thought that,
You know what I mean? Those like
Yeah,
power
a
on,
little
power
button,
off,
right?
power on, power. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
So it was fun for a while until the button got jammed in the restaurant. It wouldn't shut off.
Oh my god, that's fucking
When I
awesome.
got up to leave the restaurant, we noticed it had a light on the end, and I shined like a flashlight in my skirt walking out of the
my God,
restaurant.
it's amazing.
Have you guys ever
Amazing.
have you guys ever had a good idea that just turned out horrible? So could you imagine, like, it's stuck, and then she gets up to walk out
the
of the
light's like
restaurant,
sitting
and there's a little light walking down.
I should have blinked. It'd be awesome if it blinked.
So crazy. First of all, shout out to people listening as couples.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Have we done? Yeah, I think we already talked about this. We've done embarrassing things. Like we've done some shit that's fucking fucked up.
Well, I think
Yeah.
we try. I mean, if you're down for it, like, we'll try it. But then if it goes sideways, it just goes sideways. I've always
How
thought that'd be
come
fun
you're not
to try.
messaging me lately, honey? I'd never messaged you. ever.
She
I've
is
never messaged you. Whoever's messaged you
is
not
not
me.
you. It's a love how people don't listen to the beginning of the show. They're like, hey, like we definitely do not do that. So yeah, that'd be would you ever do the thing?
Oh, I'd love to do that. That'd be fun.
It'd be a lot of
I
fun,
think
right?
we should all get one and give me the remote. We'll make this show interactive.
Oh my God. That would be
Amazing, right?
that would be
Make the show
so
interactive.
Banana.
Every time we laugh, boop.
Our guests come in, you're like, if you
A
laugh,
whole row of buttons.
Just-
Play like the piano. Interactive show, everybody. We down? We in? No?
that's season 3.
Season 3.
Michelle S. I'm 53 years old and my son is 14. Unfortunately, my husband was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease 4 years
sorry.
ago. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
He's moved into a memory care facility. My son is a great kid. He is the whole world to me, and he loves me, and we're great friends. But I can't help feeling like I'm going to fall short in raising him without a man in the house. Is there any way I can fill this void in his life? That's a great question.
Wow.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I'm really sorry for what's going on. That breaks my heart. Yeah, I think the best thing you could possibly do is find out as much as you possibly can about his dad, right? Find out everything about his father's history. Find out everything about his father's lineage, and as much as about his past as a child, right? Because those are things that as your child gets older, they're going to want to know, right? Because here's the thing about having a parent in your life, right? Is that you have a kind of an identity with that parent, right? You have an idea like my sons are Davids, right? That's our last name. So my sons know they're Davids. They know this, right? That's part of their identity is my last name, right? And they know about they know about my childhood. They know about where my family came from. They have a sense of lineage, a sense of an identity of who they are. So what I would suggest, I think the best thing you could possibly do is learn as much as you can about his father and his family, so that way you can not just inform him, but maybe replicate it a little bit, right? To give him an idea of what your father would do if he was able to do that for you, right? Like, what was your father into? Was he into fishing? Was he into, there's something that he can relate to on a level that he would understand. Is it a she or she?
It's a she.
It's a she, that she would understand that who her dad was, right? I think that's the best advice I can give you, right? Is learn as much as you can about her father, and so that way she has a relationship without him being able to do it himself.
Yeah, it's that movie, but way back in the day. I'm probably gonna get this wrong. I think it was Michael Keaton, and he's dying of cancer, and he records all of his life, like.
Oh yeah, it was Michael Keaton. Great movie.
Yes, and he does like the how to shave and like all those things. So I don't, to Chris's point, I don't think he doesn't have a male figure in his life. I think it's about making sure he always knows he had one.
Yes.
And just feeling connected to him, even though.
And how far along is he?
He's in the he's 14. He's 14. The father.
Kid's 14.
The father finally checked into a care facility.
Really?
So, yeah, it's My Life. There it is. Yeah. It's I just it's such a I can't even imagine. I know my brother and his wife just went through this before his mother-in-law passed away this year. She had dementia, and it was just like watching someone you love just kind of
dissipate.
So
somebody made a good point on here. There's a Big Brother program. So there is Big Brother programs, right? So you can
that's a
bring
great
somebody
one.
in. Yeah, Big Brother programs are great, right? Like, so that's another thing to do too. And here's something you need to understand too, Mom, and I want you to hear me on this. Don't be too hard on yourself. All right, you're going to do the best you can in a situation that you were handed, and so don't beat yourself up. We're only human, and as long as you make an effort, that's all anybody can ask. That's it. You know what I mean? So I know it's going to be hard, and you're going to go through a lot, and you're going to have this emotional roller coaster. But for that 14-year-old, the more consistent you are, and the more you don't beat yourself up, you got to be that strong, loving parent. Because if you beat yourself up, you're going to break yourself down. So I want to let you know that I'm proud of you for holding up for this, and I believe in you, and I think you're going to pull through this. But don't beat yourself up. Don't be too hard on yourself. If the day doesn't go right, the day doesn't go right. It's okay. It will happen. You will grow and get through this together as a family.
Yeah. Hey, Great advice.
Good advice, right?
Great advice. Alejandro from Jacksonville. I was with a woman I had met a ton of times at the gym. Flirted for
Awesome.
over a year. I listen to you guys all the time, so I should have known better than to sleep with someone where you work out.
Yeah, that fucks everything up.
But I did it anyways. In the middle, she started screaming, go deeper, but there was no deeper, if you catch my drift. I'm trying to figure out, am I small in size or maybe her vagina is big?
What? That's what you should yell back. You
goes
should yell
either-
back, get tighter, get tighter.
Either way,
Why's it got to be all about me?
he said, he goes, maybe she had a big vagina.
Right?
Either way, I had to change my entire gym schedule. Am I overthinking this, or is my time in the gym ruined now forever?
Yeah. No, that sucks.
That
sucks, bro. That sucks. That sucks. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, I don't know.
Don't sleep with somebody at the gym.
Don't sleep with somebody in the gym.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's why it
And again,
sucks.
put it on her. Now, it doesn't have to be all about you. Yeah, if she had a tighter vagina, maybe she wouldn't have been able to go deeper.
Yeah, I don't. Hey,
You
look,
know? Maybe she wasn't a whore. No, just kidding.
maybe
Oh, maybe she's a whore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're not a whore. You're right.
I don't
You're a
know.
nice lady. I didn't mean that.
look. Hey, if there's a vagina out there somewhere for you, Alejandro, it's
Yeah.
just not her.
It's just not her.
That's it.
You will find that
You will.
shoe that fits.
Harriet from Arkansas. I heard gas station pills give guys crazy energy and rock hard penises, so I bought that Rhino 3000 XL for my
That was
man.
stupid.
Needless to say, he was. I didn't tell him, so I dosed him. I
That's
opened
terrible.
the pill and put it in his drink.
That is fucking horrible.
Needless to say, he acted like he was on speed, and he did have a rock hard on, but we never got to it because we wound up in the hospital with chest pains. I never admitted to dosing him, but his parents now think he was on speed and meth, according to the hospital
Oh my
records.
God! You just ruined this guy's fucking life
Have you guys ever
with
tried
gas fucking with gas fucking ED
this?
pills.
pills, bro.
Gas station ED pills.
Now
Oh
his
my
parents
God.
think he's a speed and meth addict.
Somebody wrote, okay, Bill Cosby.
I know, right? Put it in the pudding. Yo, I saw.
Listen, it is not okay
No.
to drug anybody without them knowing.
I saw a funny Bill Cosby meme. It says either we're fucking or I'm fucking. Well, I don't mean to laugh at it, but it's funny. But yeah, and by the way, here's the worst part of Harriet's question. No part of it does she ask us about being sorry, how to apologize, was it wrong?
Nothing,
She
not
just-
telling him.
She just goes, have you guys ever tried those things?
What's her name again?
Dale's like Rhino XL 3000.
No, what's her name?
Oh, Harriet.
Harriet, you're a horrible person, Harriet.
Harriet. Harriet.
You should be put on timeout.
You'd have to dose them.
You have to dose. First off, that stuff is shit.
Yes, it's meth and speed is what it is.
It's fucking shit. It's just like a huge caffeine pill.
Oh my God.
Like, you're lucky you didn't fucking die.
Oh, and for not only did he go into an ambulance,
I could imagine taking something like that and all of a sudden be like, oh my God, I'm hot. I can't,
Oh,
like,
my
and not
God.
knowing why. Like, like, that's,
the anxiety
Fucked
that
up.
would set in and all that stuff. Yeah. Harriet, I don't know. I mean,
you're a bad person, Harriet.
Harriet, what do you think?
Shame
Harriet,
on
first,
you.
All right, first of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most dudes, you could have just gave it to him and asked
And
him to
probably
take
would've took it.
and probably would have took it.
He'd be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
At least he would have known what's in it.
I'm curious. What do people think? Because like,
What do the people think?
Yeah. What are the?
They're all saying it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
dose somebody.
You're trying to defend this one.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Oh.
Could you imagine if I gave you a fucking roofie? He was like, here, I just knew your holes
Yeah,
would be.
fun.
I just knew your holes would be opener. Like, fucking, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, no, it's not okay. Harriet,
Harriet.
shame on you.
Tim from Arizona.
Oh God, he already started laughing. All I did was read Tim from Arizona. So what'd you write in, Tim?
Come on, guys. That first cousin retarded thing isn't true, right?
Did you just say that first cousin retarded thing isn't true? Oh my God.
That. Come on, guys.
God.
That first cousin retarded kid thing isn't true, right?
Yes.
I kept Googling it, but there's nowhere to turn but you guys. Can you just help me sort this out?
Oh my.
No, stop it.
Oh, he just came out and was like, so.
And this is Arizona?
Tim from Arizona.
Yeah, I would have thought a little south,
You're right.
Little Midwest, South, you know.
Come on,
West
guys.
Virginia. No, that's crazy. No, do not sleep with your freaking.
No, bro. There's 300 million people in this country.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to sleep with your cousin.
No. But you sure do got a pretty mouth.
I would love to now know. Why are you worried about the kid thing?
Wait, I'm gonna do it. Ready? I'm gonna do it. This is for you. I'm your brother. I'm your sister. No, that's fucked up shit.
It is. But Tim. Do we got to give you advice on this, Tim?
Yeah, Tim, you should know better.
Tim.
You not watch every teen movie where they go hook up with the hot wife, and then all of a sudden the kid's in the basement, because the husband comes home, and there's some fucked up mutant child in the basement.
That's your kid.
That's your kid.
Lola. I knew when I read, I was like, oh God. Lola from Oakland. I recently got the BBL, and I think it looks awesome. My girlfriends think it looks fake, and maybe it does. But I got to ask you guys an honest question. If I was hot and you knew it wasn't real, would you still try to hit it from the back? I'll help you.
If it was hot?
If she was hot, even if you knew it was fake, clearly it was obvious that she had the surgery.
I don't know if I could do it.
Oh, I would do it.
Really?
Oh,
I don't think I could do it.
If she was hot?
No, I don't think I could do it, man. I've seen those things. It looks like fucking
They don't
bookshelves.
look
It doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't look right at all. When I
No.
see it in the gym, I can't I'm like, really?
No, I can't do it, man.
None of those even come close to the ones I've seen
the ones
in the
we've seen
gym.
in the gym are
There's two people I
Yes.
can bank off on the top of my head
Yeah.
where it's clearly not real.
And listen, let's be completely honest. It's a very invasive surgery and very
Yes.
dangerous to do.
Yes.
People die from that surgery.
In another country.
Yes, in another country. And you know how hard it is to get your body back from another country?
So your answer is no? If
No.
she was hot?
No. I don't like BBLs. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't say I like them. Oh, first of all, I'm an ass man, so it's fine.
That's
I'm
what
not saying I like
I'm
BBLs.
I'm an ass leg man myself, and that's why. To me, it's like having cauliflower mashed potatoes.
Oh, you
It's
hate
not-
cauliflower mashed potatoes.
I hate cauliflower. It's not mashed potatoes.
Not mashed potatoes.
It's not mashed potatoes.
I get it.
Get it?
Oh, I get it. Now I got, hold on once. Oops, sorry there, Instagram. All right, Deshaun. Oh, we're getting close to the end of the show, by the way.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah, I know. Deshaun from Denver.
What's up, Denver?
Right in the middle of the thrust, she turned to me and said, "You ain't even in my top 5." Took her clothes off, broke up with me, and went home.
God.
Right in the middle. I thrusted. She turned to me and said,
God.
"This isn't even in the top 5." Took her clothes, broke up with me, and left. Can you be good or decent at sex, but you're just not with the right person in your relationship? Yes, I would think so. Yeah, I would have to think so. I've been with some weird people before, and it's like, yeah, it's just
That's crazy.
you're right in the middle. You're not even in my top 5, she told him. That is bananas. You're already committed. It's funny how many conversations I have with friends of mine who are single, and they're women, and they go on these dates, and then they hang on for too long. And I was just telling one the other day. See, I called it. I met him, and immediately I met him, and I go, "You should break up with him." And she goes, "What?" And all the people are like, "Oh, give her your advice unfiltered." I'm like, "I'm gonna give you my advice unfiltered. Break up with him." Everybody else is like, "You should date him." 2 weeks later, I run into her. She's like, "I gotta break up with him." I'm like, "I told you."
Yeah.
I said to her, "If you don't break up with him now, you're gonna have to keep sleeping with him." And then I ran into her there 2 weeks later, and I go, "You still with him?" She goes, "Yep."
You're not even in my top 5.
Not even in my mid-thrust. Not even waiting to get done.
Wow.
Damn, you women are
Should
heartless.
have been. Yeah, that's
Heartless.
brutal. I would have been like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've been with more than 5, so couldn't get hard.
5 at the same time.
5 at the same time. You dirty whore. No, I was kidding. This is fucked up. I would put her on blast. I'd be like, yo, man, this girl gets around.
A lot.
A lot. Now, I don't know why you would do that. Like, why would you do that?
Because he's mean.
I want to know why she. What was going on? Like, something had to happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, something else had to happen for her to freaking
Maybe
be
that
like,
was her revenge.
I don't know. Maybe you did something, bro. I don't know. I just can't imagine somebody saying that to me.
Yeah. It's
It's a deep cut.
I mean, you're really trying to go in there for murder. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to really hurt somebody's feelings. All right. So,
But try not to sit any dick on the way out.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Matt from Mississippi. Yeah, it's
Fucking whore.
shared universe, baby. My girlfriend's dad came home when I was upstairs in her bedroom and we were fooling around. He came upstairs, expected me to be there, but I didn't drive. I knew better, so I walked there. However, I jumped onto the roof of the second floor and slept there overnight since it was too high to jump down and I was too afraid of coming back in the house till he left for work the next day. Have you guys ever been in a situation?
Was this a guy?
Yeah. Dad came
She
home.
left you out there?
Left him out there. He wouldn't come back in the house because he was afraid of he was afraid of the dad. He wouldn't, and he couldn't get down. Have you guys ever had have you ever been in a relationship or been hooking up with someone where all of a sudden you had to hide or escape?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I know for sure someone's been like, get in the closet, get out of bed, or whatever it is.
Oh, my dad called me.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? Like in the middle of it?
I had her sitting on top of me. Freaking shirt was completely off her. She had nice boobs too. Completely off. And he came in behind me and caught me. He's like, this door stays open from now on.
Oh my God.
And you know what the best part is? Like years later, we're sitting at like Thanksgiving dinner. And like, I'm talking like years later, like 10, 15 years later. And I'm like, yeah, I can't believe mom ever yelled at me for that. And she's like, what? Because me and my brother were talking about it. I was like, yeah, I can't believe she yelled at me. She's like, your dad never told me. I looked at him and he's just sitting there. I'm like, oh, you probably walked away like, that's my boy.
Yeah, right? You're like, you want to be mad inside, but at the same time, you're like,
that's my boy.
That's my boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who hasn't been in situations, where you got to hide and get caught and fucking, if you haven't, then you haven't really lived life a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it is what it is. All right. I've been married now for Ethan from Wisconsin, as we're coming to the end of this. I've been married now for 3 years and dating for 5 in total. It turns out that I recently found out that when I was dating my wife in that first year, she was still hooking up with her ex for a while. It just happened to come up at a party when one of her friends got really drunk and spilled the beans on accident by just talking about the past. I'm devastated, but I'm also torn because should I just get over it because it was so long ago? Am I also wrong for really struggling, thinking this could be a relationship ender?
Was he sleeping with her while she was with her?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Then,
so they're 5 years in, but this was the first year. And I guess a friend
Why did it come up now?
They were drunk at a party and someone was like, oh, remember when you you remember when you slept with so-and-so or were hooking up with so-and-so? And
well, that person's not your friend. I tell you that right now. Whoever threw that cat out of the fucking bag is not your fucking friend.
You can't put it back in there now either.
Yeah, they're not your friend.
Yeah, that's a tough
First,
one.
You should punch that person in the face. That's what you should do first, because they just fucked everything up for you.
Your whole marriage could be out the window, to be honest.
That's a tough one, man. Yeah, I mean, I think you're... So in these situations, right, when you decide to sleep with somebody else in a relationship, you decide to cheat on somebody else, you made a choice, and so what you have to do is stick to that choice, and you have to bite the bullet of what you did, right? You can say you're sorry. You can do whatever you can to fix it, but the problem is that she's never going to forget. And women's memories are better than elephants, especially when it comes down to like trying to be right. I mean, she might forgive you.
No. She did it to him.
Oh, she did it to him.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he did it to her.
No, so it was her girlfriend ratted his wife out. Oh. Not ratted, but just was like talking about some guy from the past, and the husband was like, "That was when we were dating."
Well, so here's the thing: your guys are wired differently than women. We're able to shove shit into a compartment and fucking deal with it. I know friends of mine, man, that their wives did some dirt, and they were able to take them back, and their relationships are fine. I mean, their marriage is fine and everything else. I think it's harder for a woman to do it. If you're going to take a man back, but. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You've been together for 5 years. She hasn't done it since. I think it's fucked up her friends threw it out there because really, it's one of those things. If you didn't know, it wouldn't really change anything, right? So, as long as she's not doing it anymore, you're gonna have to go through some therapy, though.
Oh, you know what? I would have to go to therapy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to therapy. You're gonna have to go try to work. If you really wanted to work with her, you're gonna have to go to therapy and try to work it out. And you're both gonna have to be bluntly honest. You're gonna have to be honest about how you makes you feel. She's gonna have to be honest about why she did it. And here's the thing. You're going to have to accept whatever she says. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to accept it. If she says she's sorry, she cries to you, she says, forgive me. Once you forgive her, and this goes both ways. Once you forgive him, once you forgive her, you have to let it go. And the question is, can you? That's the big issue, right? 'Cause forgiving is easy. Forgetting, you can forgive somebody, say, you made a mistake. I get it. It was a couple years ago. Doesn't make you a bad person, right? I can forgive you, but can I let that go? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Can you let that go? And if you can't, then you need to break it off for both of you. You know what I mean?
That's the most valid point of anything. Probably, there's a lot of great advice on the show tonight, but I think one of the things that a lot of people struggle with, you said it eloquently, was if you forgive someone, you have to let it go.
You have to let it go.
You cannot bring it back. It can't be a reoccurring thing once you get past it. And a lot of people, that's where they fail. They say they accepted the apology, and then 3 weeks later, in the middle of a fight, it comes back up again, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. So, like, if you want to forgive somebody, you can. Can you forget? And that's the hardest part, right? So you have to, like, if you forgive somebody, you can't sit there every time you have a fucking fight and throw it right back in their fucking face. You know what I mean? Because then you haven't forgiven them. All you're doing is beating them up, beating them up, beating them up, beating them up. And I've been in those situations. I've been in situations where things happen like that, and it's a no-win situation for either of you if you can't move on from it. That person's not going to be able to grow individually because they're always going to hold on to it, and you're not going to be able to grow as a person because you're always going to get beaten with it. So yeah, it really comes down to you. How much work do you want to put into it? How much is it really worth saving?
Yes.
That's something you have to ask yourself. Is it really worth saving? If it is, then you got to forgive them, and you can't bring it up again.
Yeah. Nina from the University of Toledo.
What's up, Toledo?
While I was out with the girls doing girl things, we had a funny idea. First one who goes home with a guy has to sleep with him, but while he's sleeping, has to leave him a gift card and a thank you note. Of course, I am not a loser, so I was up for the challenge. I went home with an older man and did all kinds of dirty things to him. While we were sleeping, I slipped out, left him a thank you and a $50 gift card for the dick. Turns out, he's my sophomore econ teacher.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
It's awesome. Have you ever slept with a one-night stand with no hopes of seeing them and later in the future just happen to run into them?
Mm-hmm.
And it is awkward. Well, I can't remember if it is, but it is kind of awkward.
It would be if I remembered.
Well, like, do I know you?
They remembered, though, so that's all that matters.
That's what I'm saying. You got a little bit if you like.
They remembered. I didn't remember, but that's neither here or there.
I ran into an ex some time ago, and I actually forgot I even dated her. And she like walked past me, and then she said hi, and I was like, oh shit, like we hung out for a while. In my head, I was like, and she's like, oh, come meet my friends. And as she's doing it the whole time, in my head I go, I must have smashed her back out, because like you could see it in someone's face when they're happy to see you.
I hooked up with my, and this before I knew, because he wasn't in the class in the age bracket yet.
Yeah.
But I slept with my son's gym coach, and I didn't know until like the one day he came home, and he was like, "Yeah, so Mrs. Such and Such took my gym clothes home and washed them for me." I'm like, "Why would she do that?"
That would be such a weird thing today.
Like, why would she take your gym? He's like, I don't know. She said she knew you. I'm like, what's your gym coach's name? And then he told me, I'm like, no fucking way. I was like,
no.
Now I know why she did it. That's cool. Tell her I said thank you. So yeah, it happens. Whatever.
Just see the things that your dad does for you.
Right? Get your clothes washed.
All right, we just got a handful more. Melina from Nebraska. I got a new phone. It's awesome. It's an iPhone. It's cool. Don't really know how to use the whole thing. But I airdropped an entire plane of video of me playing with myself that I meant to send to my man who was not sitting next to me because we are on Spirit Airlines. Have you ever sent a photo to the wrong person?
Mm-hmm.
I've never sent one to someone, but I've had someone sent. By the way, when I say this, I laugh because I don't think it was an accident. But I've had people send them to me and be like, "Oh, wasn't for you."
No, so my, you know what the purple waffle is?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he was like,
yeah.
yes.
So you can go Google that if you want. I suggest you don't. I suggest you don't Google it.
Okay.
But you can Google what purple waffle is. So a friend of mine sent me a joke about the purple waffle. It was a blue waffle, purple waffle, whatever, some kind of waffle. So he sent it to me, and it's disgusting. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. The meme on it was funny. So I sent it out to a list of people on my phone that were like friends of mine. Well, fucking Bob changed his number. Bob didn't tell me he changed his fucking number.
You got a rando?
Oh my God. So next thing you know, I get this phone call thinking it's Bob. And it's this freaking Spanish lady, and she is reaming me up and down in English and in Spanish. How dare you send me that freaking blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who are you? And she's still yelling. And I'm like, you're not Bob, are you? She's like, who the fuck is Bob? I'm like, sorry. I'm so sorry I said that to you. My bad. Bob changed his number. Yeah. So yeah, I've done that.
Well, the worst part back in the day was when people used to put you in a group chat, you couldn't get out of it. Like, that was the
shit
worst.
drove me nuts, bro.
Oh,
People put you in. Next thing you're getting messages from all these people, and like half of them you don't even fucking know.
I can't. Like, nothing makes me happier than the other day somebody put me in a group chat and I went up and just removed myself. I can't. I don't want to be on a 50-person chat. Like, I don't. Like, hey, guys, what's going on? And you're like, no.
Nope.
All right. We'll end on this note tonight. This is just a solid, heartfelt question.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually the very last question that came in while I was doing questions. So I was like, oh, cool. Anna C. Hey, guys, just need some advice. What would you recommend to do? I feel slightly uncomfortable letting myself be vulnerable. I get worried that I'll be too much, but I want to be more open to my guy that I'm talking to. Do you have any tips in how I can just relax into the process of being more vulnerable in a relationship?
Any tips on being more vulnerable in a relationship? Yeah, I think getting comfortable with yourself, right? So if you want to be vulnerable with somebody else, you have to be vulnerable with yourself. I think it's the biggest thing. And if you want to do it sexually, then I think you have to be willing to let your walls down. Everything's have to be the word vulnerable means that you're letting somebody else in, but the truth of the matter of fact is you're letting yourself let somebody else in. So being vulnerable with yourself, I think, is the biggest thing. Like, you have to be comfortable in your own skin and know that it's okay. But again, to do that, you have to be with somebody safe too. You have to be with somebody that makes you feel safe. And again, this is where we go wrong, right? There's no open conversation. You just, I'm going to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? Have an open conversation with the guy. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, that guy's be really receptive to it, and not like hold your hand through it. You know what I mean? Like make you feel safe, right? I know for me personally that if I was with somebody and they were feeling vulnerable, they were feeling like they needed to, breathe, I would do everything in that moment to make them feel comfortable, right? So I think the vulnerability starts with you being honest with yourself, and then also honest with your partner.
I think if you're feeling like this could be the guy and you're having those feelings that this is the person that you want to open up to Chris's point, maybe you're feeling safe, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. I think that you should be able to say, hey, I want to open up to you more and share a little bit, and you can have that conversation. Or, if you want to use the cheat to the system, just share something small. Like, start off with something that helps you build confidence in what you're sharing with this person.
I will say this, though. When you do break that wall, right, and you do get to that spot where you feel comfortable, it's fucking worth it. It's fucking worth it, man. You know what I mean? And then and it's just like riding a bike. The more you get comfortable with being like that, the easier it is to do, right? So the more comfortable it gets, it's like anything in life. The more you do it, the more the easier it becomes, right? So I think you just need to start being vulnerable with yourself and being honest with yourself and being honest with your partner. Because once you do that, that breath, that I guarantee you're gonna be like, oh wow, this wasn't so fucking bad.
Yeah,
this wasn't so bad.
It's like so many other things you have anxiety about. Once you do it, you're like, oh
yeah, like that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
I wanted to end on this note because I think this is probably one of the most fantastic updates I've got.
Oh boy, Tony's really smiling.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Last week.
We
had a great question come in from a listener who wanted us to tell her husband something about what a term really was. So do you remember she texted the husband a naked photo of herself, and said, I want to try blank. And then when she got home, there was landscaping shit everywhere. Do you remember this question?
No.
She texted him, I want to try edging with you.
Oh.
And he bought her yard equipment.
That's right. Bought her yard equipment.
And they trimmed the bushes.
That's amazing.
Guess what?
What?
I got pictures of the bushes.
No, you did not.
I did.
She sent you pictures of the bushes?
She did.
That's fucking amazing.
I'll have to show you.
Well, we'll put those up at the end of the show.
Yes, and JoJo
That's
also
fucking
wrote in.
great.
She sent a picture of her yard and told her kids she
We
edged.
become landscapers.
She's edged the bushes, and her kids are 17 and goes, Mom, don't ever say that again.
That's fucking amazing.
So I guess, I guess there's a lot of, when you get older, there is a lot of terms that the kids use you don't know. I say Google it first. So thank you for
funny.
sending pictures of your
Of
bushes.
your lawn.
By the way,
Of your lawn.
it looked nice.
Look great.
They did a good job.
Great job edging,
Great job.
everybody.
Great job edging.
Great job edging. Beautiful. That's amazing.
Celebrate edging here.
Way to bring that to a whole nother level. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, when I saw I had clips of pictures, I was like, no. I was like,
Yeah,
this is
no.
awesome. All right. So as we wrap this up, as always, first off, I just want to say thank you, Shared Universe, my man out here holding it down, sound engineer. We got Gen Alpha in the house. Gen Alpha, what's the message for our people?
Buy the merch.
That's what
Hug somebody today or tomorrow.
Hugs and merch.
Hug somebody today.
Yeah, hug somebody
today,
wearing the
tomorrow.
merch.
Yeah.
And then, Linda, I know who you are.
Then do we know who you are? No, we don't know who you are, Linda.
We don't know who you are, Linda.
We know.
But I want to know.
Tony wants to know who you are.
Linda, wherever.
Finally-
Linda, you're definitely on one of these fucking feeds.
Mhm.
I want to know. Linda?
Yeah,
I
Linda.
wanna know who you are. All right, buy the merch, hugs, and
And finally, please, before you use a Gen Alpha or what's it called, Gen?
X.
Z,
No,
millennial,
the one before
Beta?
me.
millennial.
No, the one.
You're asking the wrong
The
people.
one Tyler is. The one Tyler. is.
Gen Z. He's Gen Z.
He's Gen Z.
He's Gen Z.
Yeah, and Gen Z. I'd recommend you using Google to find out the meaning of the words before actually using them.
I think by the way, every generation should do that.
Yes.
True.
And if you're going to make fun of somebody, spell correctly.
Oh, nothing. there. When people can't grammatically spell or write me, I can't. Trust me, nuts.
So
I had somebody this week. If we can't, I made an example out of him.
Yes, the best. Good.
this morning, Dad was doing a cameo where he was talking about somebody's dog.
Oh, I
and
fucked
it was
this up.
spelled out Phoebe.
Phoebe?
And he said, like, Poby? What'd you say?
I said.
Said phobia.
I so fucked up his name. I was like, Phoebe?
Phobia.
I was like, Phoebe.
That's how.
Tell your dog Phoebe. I said hi. What was the name?
Phoebe.
And then,
Phoebe.
and then
Yeah.
after he
I totally fucked
finished,
that up.
I look at
I
him
totally fucked that up, dude.
and I go, Dad,
Yeah.
you know it's pronounced Phoebe. And
Yeah. I was
wait,
like, Phoebe.
what?
Bro, that's the hard part of that cameo. So I know I told you this last week for doing interviews.
Listen, if you're watching, I fucked up your dog's name. I'm sorry.
Do you send them two? Like,
Phoebe.
how do you?
I
or
don't know.
They just roll with it.
Let's roll it. Phoebe.
Well, fuck it.
Fucking Phoebe.
All right, so
I'm thinking.
merch for sure.
Merch for
Give
sure.
hugs. Make sure you Google shit before you send it.
Yeah.
From me, as always, I want to thank you guys. I can't tell you how fun this is right now. Tuesdays are the favorite day of the week. The ads, the shares, the likes, Cameo, the Variety magazine stuff. And you know what? And just so you guys know, the Signal Awards that are going to be potential for us, and I'll fill you guys in more, is top 2 co-hosts, which I think, I don't know too many people better than the two of us, if any. I don't know. It's confidence, not cocky. I like that.
I like that.
Also, the best new podcast of the year. And my favorite category, well, those two are awesome, also is the best fan-built show. So it's the best podcast built by fans.
And this is what you are. This is what we are.
So-
we are a fan-based show.
So
Not that I call you my fans.
I
You're
know.
friends that we haven't met yet.
it was just our category, but
Yes.
I think that category would be awesome. It would speak volumes for how much you guys participate, writing questions, share, like, post the stories. So once again, I say it all the time. I appreciate all of you. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. So thank you guys for supporting us.
Yeah.
And outside that, I'll turn it over to my co-host here.
Wow, what another great show, huh? Episode 23?
23.
23. That's crazy, right?
23 is a sign, baby.
Yeah, 23 is, it's actually 23 minutes right now. The clock just stopped at 23 minutes. There you go, man. I can't tell you how grateful I am for all this, right? Like, freaking, like, me and Tony were talking about it. We were probably about to be in the show 9 years ago. I was homeless, living out of a car, eating saltines that were stale on the floor, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do with my life, man. And here we are. And I'm so happy that you guys are here to enjoy this with us, you know, and being a part of this journey. It is absolutely grateful. I'm actually humbled, and it's just amazing to see how much my social media is taking off, how much this podcast is taking off. We have a fucking merch store. Hello, we have a merch store. You can buy fucking hot mess shirts. Like, what is that shit? What the fuck just happened? You know. Thank you. I truly mean that. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for everybody for the love and support. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for telling people about the show.
Yeah.
You know, this has been just a wild journey, man. And I did want to give a shout out quick to Texas. You know, freaking Texas had some horrible stuff happen this week. I just want to bring up God bless those families that lost their kids and everybody else as a parent. I can imagine. But anyway, listen, as always, I believe in you. We both do. We believe in you guys. We honestly, truly do. We believe in all of you. We believe in the best of all of you. This show would not be anything without you. And we truly mean that. From everybody here at Advice Unfiltered, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. As always, man, you know, it's been a pleasure. Advice Unfiltered, episode 23. It is a wrap.